Everybody, welcome back to my channel, dogomg.net, and this is my first video for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and just got this running sort of slow here because I wanted to give sort of an introduction. I'm going to do a voiceover. It's going to walk you through some of the things I thought of in this game. I did play the beta for only for about an hour. So interesting gameplay. I do like the environment, the setting. It does have a very 80s feel to me, and it's hard to describe, but I'll get into that more as we get into the video, and I'll let us rejoin this clip here. Rather interesting little introduction setup here, the Perseus safe house, with you know, how they're going to set up the scenario here, and enjoy. As I said, nice little introduction film here, the Perseus safe house and all this. Although the Cheyenne Mountain complex, I get that. You know, Cheyenne Mountain is the location for North American Air Defense, or NORAD as it's called, located in Cheyenne Mountain. So it has a lot of protection from ICBMs and nukes and so on. You know, Cheyenne Complex would have a few hundred, if not thousands, of staff there, and they wouldn't actually have any missile silos, I don't believe. You'd have to find, you know, dedicated missile silos out in Nebraska or Kansas, wherever, different Air Force bases there. Interesting little exercise here. It appears, you know, they're going through an exercise just to see if the missile crews will actually launch their missiles, yeah, there's a little viewpoint of the raising of a nuclear sub that the Russians lost. That actually happened back in the 70s. Interesting that, and actually Howard Hughes' company had something to do with it, actually trying to raise that sub. I'll have to refresh my memory of that. But anyway, onto the clip here. All this imagery and everything, I don't know if it's some of it's real or if it's digitized or what, but it does have very much a Soviet era feel to this, and like I said, you know, here are these the Perseus sleeper cell. Basically, they're going to break into Cheyenne Mountain here, and there's two guys outside guarding this huge complex. Okay, so you know, they're obviously there to do some dastardly deeds and to propel the two superpowers to some fighting, whether they want to or not. They break in here, you know, and as the operation goes on, DEFCON is going from 5 to 4 to 3, down to DEFCON 1, which is basically a state of war. And they're giving us a highlight of, or a preview of some of the other areas of the map here, Paramore, the Miami Beach map. And this guy is enjoying, this is the least enjoyment anybody's ever going to get from Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benetar. Yeah, he's gone dead, this one guy guarding this missile complex. And basically, the test is over. The bad guys break in, and you know, I don't really think in a missile test like this, in any kind of firing, you know, and they did do a lot of psychological testing just to make sure that the missile crews would actually follow directions, because they'd found that some people just wouldn't. You know, the push of that button is going to result in 5, 10, maybe 15 million people dead. You know, it'd take a lot of conviction to do that. But, you know, are they really going to have a live missile available for firing during a test? And I guess that's what they want to make you think. So that was the introduction, and we'll get right into a round of Kill Confirmed, which is one of my favorite modes of multiplayer for Call of Duty. And again, the whole setup for the look of the computers, the way the levels load, the way you know, everything looks, it does have a very 80s feel to it. And you know, the computers were not widespread back in the 80s, so that's a weird thing. But it does have sort of a throwback look to it, in at least to me, and my experience with user interfaces and so on. And I'm just looking through some of the other areas that are available in the menu system here. You know, this is my first match ever, and I do like that apparently you can vote for the map. That is awesome. Very, very much awesome. I do not like, you know, just having random maps in Modern Warfare. But first time ever seeing this Garrison. Apparently, it's a tank manufacturing place in Hanover, West Germany. And interesting map. It took a while exploring it. And like I said, I did not play the beta all that much. And the player mechanics, the running around. I know that there was some talk about the sliding, there is no tactical run in Black Ops Cold War, and excuse me, there is no tactical run, like I said, and just the movement in general just sort of threw me a little bit. It just felt not necessarily choppy, but just like they were trying to mimic the human mechanics of actually running with something in your hands, and it felt like there was too much up and down, too much movement. And just to compare this, after I played this round, I played a round of Warzone in Modern Warfare, and it just felt so much smoother. The player mechanics, the running around, and so on. This actually gave me sort of a headache when I played it, and I don't know if that's just me or if it's just my not being used to it, but hopefully I'll get used to it, and and I'm sure playing this with friends and whatever, I'll get used to it, and perhaps it won't give me headaches, so which is I'm really hoping will happen. Actual gameplay was actually interesting, the guns and everything, and of course I've watched a bunch of videos already of other people playing. So I'm like, first ever kill there, oh my gosh, wow. And it's interesting, kill confirmed. It seems like, once again, not people in Cold War or Black Ops don't understand how the game is played. Go get the tags. As simple as that. Kill people, go get the tags. And it's okay to sacrifice yourself to get those tags, because the tags are the name of the game. And it's my first death right there. And it is interesting that, the mechanics of throwing the grenades is a little different than Modern Warfare. Anybody else have comments about the player mechanics, the movement especially? Sliding, you can slide, you can move around, you can crouch and all that jazz. I guess, everybody will get used to not having tactical sprint, but the movement in general, it just felt so sort of choppy, not laggy. I don't think I was experiencing any lag, but again, I'll just watch here and let's see what's happening. I am letting this play at like 1.5 times speed. I do not play the game this fast, so you're not. I should have mentioned that from the get-go, but I didn't want to let this whole thing play. I wouldn't have all that much to say. We're almost more than half the way through it here. Did get a little bit of lag there, a little stutter. But again, the running around, I guess, as games have progressed over the years, I'm not expecting a smooth flow. You are a person supposedly walking through this environment, and it does make sense that you are going to bob up and down a little bit as you walk, you pick up your legs up and down, or run, or whatever. But is anybody else bothered by that? I did a bit of Googling, can't find anything about it. So apparently it's only my old ass that has a problem with it now. This was an interesting map. I took a while for the spawn to flip. Excuse me. But it does eventually here. And again, I'm getting used to learning all the maps and all that. I am really curious to see. I wonder what this device was. I've got a gas grenade or something, but it didn't hurt me here, and I'm just a few feet away from it. But I don't know if there's airflow through that corridor there or what. But it stopped, so I moved on. And I didn't let any of the kill cams play. I typically don't. Hit that F and get right back into it. We'll be curious to see what other people's take on this is. I haven't really looked at any of the reviews of the finished product, so to speak, and I know that there'll be a patches next Tuesday, I would imagine, as normal, and they'll be fixing some things, bugs that didn't surface in the testing and so on. But overall, what's everybody's impressions about this? You know, I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, it sucks. I'm not going to buy it." But I would imagine that as the player base moves in this direction, especially as new players come in to play Warzone this Christmas and so on, once they have their nice shiny new Xbox and PlayStation consoles, the next generation and all that, there'll be another influx of players, I would imagine. And just curious to see what everybody else thinks about this. I'd like to read some of the reviews and see what some of the other YouTubers have to say about the game in general. Haven't really been a big Call of Duty player so much over the years. I did get into Call of Duty Modern Warfare after I got into Warzone because I was extremely disenchanted with Battlefield 5, and I don't think I was alone in that. A little bit of lag right there. Not sure if that's my computer as I'm recording this and doing the voiceover or what, but whoop. This guy just sort of there he is. There he is. There's just tags at least. But interesting round. And I'm curious to get in tonight and play some of the other maps and see what happens. See what other maps offer. I've seen Cartel played a few times online. It looks interesting. And I played on Miami Beach just a little bit, and then, like I said, in the beta, I played not even an hour. It was ridiculous. Just I bought it, pre-ordered it, and then never played it. So you know what kind of sense does that make? But anyway, but I'd like to get into the habit of putting out more videos. I'm going to try to do 1 or 2 every other day or so as I get into Cold War, and I'll still be playing some Modern Warfare, I'm sure. And it'll be curious to see what happens with Warzone moving forward, because I did notice that when you load Cold War and then choose to run Warzone, at least on my system with both Modern Warfare and Cold War installed, that it exited out of Cold War and loaded into Modern Warfare. And then it said I had a successful cross launch. But won the round there. Here's the best play. Definitely wasn't me. Yeah, this guy has a better gun than I had and better situational awareness and all that jazz as most other players do in the game. But I look to have some fun with this game, and I hope to see some of you guys out there in not on the battlefield, but on the Call of Duty arena or whatever. But hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a like if you did, and catch you later.